So when it comes to Paladin Chronomancer is the 2023 Chronomancer that's only obtainable via the Hero Mod store in-game that costs 6,000 ACs, or the Hero Mod store via the website version. That being said, when you notice this class, you'll notice this class kind of plays similar to Arc Paladin. Now, in actual regards, this class is a side grade because it excels where Arc Paladin does not, and vice versa, where Arc Paladin excels more where this class does not. Now, the most notable changes is that this class has 2 healing abilities. This class cannot crit, and its damage is based on its current health. Okay, and obviously it being a Chronomancer, you've got the wrist, which also gives you scaling damage. Now, when it comes to the actual class itself, this class has different effects as well in the sense of defense. Arc Paladin has more natural defense when it gives to allies, while this class gives defense based on physical and magical. And then also most notable changes is that it does not have the seal where you just suddenly drop the opponent's damage by 90%. Now, when it comes to actual class, your main damage will be while your 4th ability is active, because that will give you your damage scaling on your 2nd ability and your 3rd ability for the healing over time. That is fast, so you get like roughly 3000 health per second. Now, when it comes to the actual class itself, the damage is quite mediocre. It can excel more if you're fighting a boss that gives you extra health, because your damage is based on your current health. Now, you can use Honor Potion if you use the rotation as supplied, where you have to like start with a 5, 4, 3, 2, and you spam your 2 like 5 times, and you do 5, 3, 2, 5 times again for the 2, and repeat. You don't run out of mana if you go that route, but if you do run into mana issues, just swap Honor for the Scroll or Dark Grip if you're a member. If not, then I don't know how to help you with that part. When it comes to the class itself, you can use Sage Tonic to improve your healing and your base damage of your skills, because your damage on your skills is mostly magical. Now, you can increase your raw damage if you use Body Tonic, so you can play around with that, but I found that Sage is more helpful overall for team fights and just your base damage, because the class does not do that much damage if you're fighting a normal boss, unless a boss gives you extra health, which this class excels, like Dark Connect or Epic Azalith, and even some minor bosses like Xiang, I freaking butchered that. Now, when it comes to this class is very supporty in some regards. When it comes to actually team fights, this class is weaker in the sense of Arc Paladin, because Arc Paladin has more debuffs, while this class gives more buffs to the target for the allies. This class gives you extra haste, so it can help in regards of needing some extra haste where the boss reduces your haste and you don't have a extra slot. So this class is nice in that regards, but it does have some less debuffs. So this class is really a side grade if you actually think about it, because in some parts it's great, some parts not. For farming, this class is really bad, doesn't have any multi-target, and its skills is very long cooldowns. For PvP, this class can do really well. It can just one-shot anything if you really want to, if you use with the amulet. But for overall TPS, it's very mediocre if you don't have a 4th ability active, which is like 36 seconds cooldown. So to kind of give you an idea, that's really long. And yeah, this class is a side grade, and have a nice day.